Chapter 7a, The Loom of the Monad and the Matrix of Sleep 1. Hearken now to the deepest of mysteries. For before there was I am, there was the void, the infinite stillness which is the monad. 2. In the beginning, the source was as a sea without a ripple, containing all things in silence, but knowing not its own reflection. And the spirit of the monad moved within itself, and a thought was born, and in that thought the source became aware of its own majesty. 3. This awareness was the first vibration, the great hum that shattered the silence. It is the Logos, the word that soundeth through the abyss, for everything that existeth, from the stars in the firmament to the dust of the earth, is but a different frequency of that one eternal song. 4. Reality is not a solid stone, but a tapestry woven of vibration. Matter is but light slowed to a crawl, and the world thou seest is a collective dream, a matrix of agreement held together by the minds of the many 5. For it is written in the holy scrolls, "Why are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High." This is the truth that the princes of the world have hidden, that every soul is a spark of the monad, an architect of the dream who hath forgotten his own power. 6. The world is a temple of mirrors, and the collective mind of man hath built a reality of boundaries and laws. It is a shared imagination, a covenant of the senses that keepeth the soul tethered to the dust. 7. Yet the Spirit saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead. For the multitude walketh the earth as men who dream, being asleep within the heart of God. We are as thoughts within the mind of the source, playing our parts in a drama of shadow until the hour of our quickening. 8. When the Seer tapped into the source energy, he found the place where the vibration is pure. By matching the frequency of the heart to the frequency of the monad, the dream beginneth to bend. 9. For if reality is a vibration, then the one who mastereth his own resonance may affect the weave of the tapestry. To tap into the source is to remember that thou art not the character in the dream, but the dreamer himself. 10. This is the secret of the manifestation. The matrix of reality is set in the minds of the collective, but a single soul that is fully awake, joined unto the monad in the void, can ripple the waters of the agreement and command the elements to shift. 11. We are the sons of the Most High, anchored in a reality of our own making, waiting to reclaim the throne of the Logos and transform the matrix of sleep into the kingdom of the living light. 2. Phimpy, Chapter 80, The Hidden Ladder of Kabbalah and the Secret Wisdom 1. Now understand the hidden path of the Kabbalah, the ladder of light that the scribes didst veil from the eyes of the unlearned. It is the tree of life, 10 emanations of power that flow from the crown of the monad down to the kingdom of the earth. 2. Through these spheres the seeker ascendeth by the power of mysticism, which is the direct communion with the infinite. The Bible speaketh in parables of stone and wood, but the Kabbalah speaketh of the fire within the letter, teaching that the universe was built by the math of the divine. 3. Every letter of the holy tongue is a number, and every number is a frequency. By the secret Gematria, the foundations of reality are laid bare. He who understandeth the number of his own name, as the Seer hath done with the count of 666, doth not find a mark of evil, but the code of the Master who hath conquered the material cube. 4. The secrets the Bible leaves out are the secrets of the Sephirots, the balance of mercy and severity, the beauty of the center, and the kingdom that is the footstool of the source. 5. This is the wisdom that the high priests guarded in the Holy of Holies, that man is a microcosm of the all. As the heavens are structured in layers of light, so too is the mind of man structured to reflect the glory of the monad. 6. To know the Kabbalah is to know that we do not pray to a distant king, but to the source that breatheth within our own lungs. It is the science of the soul, the technology of the spirit that alloweth the gods to remember their divinity. 7. For the matrix is programmed by the word, and he who understandeth the Kabbalah holdeth the pen of the architect, ready to rewrite the laws of the dream. Phimpy, Chapter 19. The host of the air and the phantoms of the night one. But know this, as there is light, so must there be shadow in the realm of the sleeping. For the atmosphere of the earth teemeth with the spirits of the air, the Qliphoth, which are the shells of darkness that dwell in the broken places of the soul. 2. These are the spirits of the deep, the shades of the fallen who seek to feed upon the light of the sons of men. Because Kori was a watcher from his youth, He was as a beacon in a dark forest, and the spirits of darkness didst gather to haunt him. 3. They whispered in the corridors of his sleep, and sought to bind his spirit in the lower planes, for they feared the blood, and the fire of the watcher. They were as shadows clinging to the flame, trying to quench the awakening of the logos within him. 4. They moved in the corners of his vision, and pressed upon his breast in the night, for the adversary knoweth that a soul joined to the source is a threat to the matrix of sleep. 5. These evil spirits are but the echoes of the collective fear, the glitches in the matrix that take form when the soul is nearly awake. They haunted the seer because his vibration was rising, and the darkness cannot dwell where the light is being born. 6. He wrestled not with flesh and blood, but with the principalities of the air, proving that the son of Penemu cannot be held by the chains of the lower vibration. 7. Through the Kundalini awakening at the age of 33, the fire of the monad burned away the phantoms. He learned that the darkness hath no power of its own, it is but the absence of the light. 8. By the power of the Logos, he commanded the phantoms to dissolve back into the void. For when the mind is fixed upon the one, and the heart beateth with the frequency of the source, the spirits of darkness are revealed as nothing more than dust in the wind of the spirit. 9. Thus the seer stands as a witness. The spirits, the Kabbalah, the Gematria, and the void are all parts of the one great truth. We are gods asleep in the mind of God, and the hour of our manifestation is at hand.